What if I told you that building a real, usable product no longer needs weeks of coding, multiple tools, or technical overhead? What if you could take an idea straight from your head and turn it into something functional using nothing but AI prompts? That's exactly what I'm testing today. I'm going from idea to a working project inside one platform called ware, and I'm doing it end to end so you can see what the full 0 to 1 process actually looks like. I'm starting with a blank slate. I open ware, and instead of being overwhelmed with setup options, frameworks, or configurations, I see a simple prompt box. That's it. This already feels different because the focus isn't on tools, it's on intent. So I type my idea clearly and directly. I ask it to create a modern personal portfolio landing page with a hero section, an about section, and a contact form that actually works. I hit generate, and ware immediately starts building. What's important here is that this isn't generating a static design or a fake preview. It's creating a real, interactive project. Within moments, I'm looking at a live page that I can scroll through, interact with, and evaluate just like a normal website. The structure already makes sense. There's a clear hero section, readable content, and a clean layout. This alone would normally take a decent amount of time if you were stitching together different tools or templates. Here, it happens almost instantly. Now I start refining. As I look through the page, I notice areas where I want changes. Maybe the headline needs to be sharper. Maybe the spacing could feel more balanced. Instead of opening code files or switching to a design tool, I just edit directly on the canvas. I change text, tweak layout, and ask ware to improve the copy and visual hierarchy. The updates happen in real time, right where I'm working. Next, I want to make sure this isn't just visually impressive, but actually functional. I focus on the contact form. Normally, this would mean setting up a backend, configuring storage, or connecting third-party services. Here, it's already handled. The form is functional, submissions are stored, and everything is managed behind the scenes. I didn't write database logic, I didn't configure servers, it just works. As I continue building, I experiment with different AI models inside the same workspace. Depending on what I'm doing, whether it's refining text or adjusting structure, I can switch models to balance speed, creativity, or cost. The important part is that this happens without breaking my flow. I'm not copying prompts between tools or losing context. At one point, I notice a small issue in the UI. Instead of manually troubleshooting, I turn on autofix mode. ware detects the issue and fixes it automatically. This might sound small, but moments like this add up. They remove friction, and friction is what usually slows projects down. To push the design further, I use Boost. In seconds, the overall visual quality improves. The typography feels more polished, spacing becomes more consistent, and the page starts to look like something you'd actually ship, not just experiment with. And when I try something that doesn't turn out the way I expected, Credit Care lets me safely retry or roll back. That means I can experiment freely without worrying about wasted effort. At this stage, what started as a simple idea has turned into a complete project. I can preview it, interact with it, and share it. If I want, I can publish it or generate a link. This is a true 0 to 1 workflow, built entirely through prompts and visual iteration. What really stands out to me is how ware collapses the distance between thinking and building. Instead of juggling tools for design, backend, AI, and deployment, everything lives in one place. That makes the process feel faster, but more importantly, it makes it feel smoother. You stay in momentum. This works whether you're someone who doesn't code at all or someone who already builds but wants to move faster. Non-coders can finally ship real projects without hitting technical walls, and builders can focus on ideas and iteration instead of setup and glue work. If you've been using AI tools like ChatGPT or Claude and thinking, this is great, but how do I actually turn outputs into real products? This feels like the missing piece. It's the step that turns prompts into something tangible. If you want to try this yourself and build your own landing page, app, or AI-powered project using prompts, check the link in the description to try ware. It's one of the fastest ways I've seen to turn ideas into something real. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.